Oh, we've got an exciting episode this one. I think I've worked out how to get M3 shafts onto this thing without using M3 diff and subframe and everything like that. So bear with me, I've never tried this yet, so we're gonna do it together and see if it works. And I'm guessing this is the strongest setup you can get. Like OEM, like M3 diffs and everything are strong, but I believe that these diesel stuff, the medium case can take quite a lot, and the large case will take even more. So pretty confident with like the whole drive line. It's just the shafts that the 330 diesel one, I've broke two already, and it's just these Zestinos. As soon as you put sticky tires on, it just doesn't like it. But I don't have a clutch delay valve, so I'm going to fit one of them as well, because I think that's also causing a bit of problems. But anyway, this is probably the strongest setup you can get OEM without going full M3 back end. This is like one notch down a little bit. It's only really the diff. So if this works, happy days. And it's actually stronger upper arms as well. So I'll show you what I've got. Okay, so what this is actually X3 upper arms. So like these are steel, probably hear by it. But why I can't use E36 one is the buckets in them are too deep. And as you can see on here, you don't have the room with a shaft. So the good thing with these is if these M3 shafts are longer than the 330 diesel ones, then I can easily extend it here. I would love to put a rose joint on there and extend it, but you can't because the spring sits here, and I want to keep the spring set up because it's like Chelsea Denofa always says, it's best to keep the spring and the damper separate on the back because it's easy to change the spring out. It takes seconds. So this is why I'm going for this setup. So these are M3 shafts, just eBay specials. And this one here is Adam Simmons was telling me about it because he used to run a Z4 with an LS with 500 horsepower or something at the wheels. So he had a full M3 back end, but instead of buying secondhand M3 shafts that are like, I don't know, I think they're like 400 quid a shaft or something, or for the pair, it's quite a lot. This one here, I'll put it in the description to make sure I'm actually right on this. I bought this one for 40 quid off of eBay, and that is an E39 530 diesel shaft. And then to get the other side, it could be the other way around though, so I'll put it in the description, so read that if you're interested in doing this. The other side needs to be an E90 330 diesel shaft on the right side. I think I might have left and right mixed up. So yeah, anyway, to get these to fit, these are X5 cups, large case. So I can measure the diameter because there is X5, you do get medium case and small case. No, medium case and large case. So let me see. We're looking at 35 there, you see, 35-ish. So yeah, they actually go straight on to the cups there. Oh, can't really do it one-handed, but yeah, they go onto there like that, and then I've got large case trailing arms, so that should fit in fine. So yeah, let's try it and see. I'm hoping that these are a bit longer anyway, and I'll extend these because just now I've actually got 40mm spacers on, and then my wheels, they're 720 and they're ET20, I think, or something, and them ones are ET0. So you can actually see how it's not great for the wheel bearings. You can see how much that is. That's basically a spacer on the wheel. So it's not great. But anyway, and I need new discs as well because they're a bit rubbish. So I'll put you into a time lapse, and we'll just see how this goes. I'll let you know if anything doesn't fit, obviously. And yeah, hopefully this works because I haven't actually seen anybody do this yet. I've seen a guy in America, the X3 thing. I got an idea from that from a guy in America. The alloy ones, you know, the standard ones, they were flexing. Or they were bending just where it goes onto the hub. They were bending, giving you more camber, whatever, negative, minus, whatever. So that's why he was changing the steel. So then I had the idea. I was like, right, how do I get M3 shafts to fit? So I just went and bought the eBay ones just to try it. It was like 200 quid or something, or 220 quid. And I already had X5 cups. So because of the video I did before, I could link it up here somewhere, where I put the 410 internals out of an X5. And obviously I changed the cups to run the 330 diesel, but you're probably better running the X5 ones if this works. Cups, and use them 3 shafts. So let's get to it anyway. Not enough jibber jabbering, let's go. Do you know what? I actually do think this is got a common problem, because if I balance that on there like that, look at that. And I've lined them up. I've lined them up so they're all dead on here. You can see this one's went up and in. But I think that's really interesting. That's it sitting flush there. I'll try and move it over a bit more. There you go. It's a fair gap. And then roughly the same on this one. So I would say the 2 outer ones are right, the X3 and the standard one. This one's just had a lot of abuse, I guess. Probably the spring rate, you know, if it's quite hard. So that's interesting. So that's fucked. That can go in the bin, and I'll put this one on. Okay, I've got the M3 shafts in. I've kind of got a few bolts on there and stuff. I still need to tighten everything up, but I've extended these about 15 mil, and then I've obviously had to extend down here because that was all the way in before. So my track width has went out. I had to make a jig, like just a really rough one. So this was where the anti-roll bar links went. So this to this to this was the right hand one, and then the left hand one was this to this to this. So I was always using this point. This is a subframe part of the arm, and then just holding it in place with anti-roll bar. And then these were the ones I extended, so normally they would be about here, and then shifted them over. So yeah, that's what we've got there. I don't actually think, because I had to extend them because I couldn't actually get the shaft into the cups on the diff. There just wasn't enough room. But if I fully compress this one, the 330 diesel, I'm sure it was it's like 15 mil shorter. I'm not going to be able to compress it with one hand, but I'm pretty sure maybe I can use my knee, can I? Maybe. So that is 52.5, and then when I do the M3 one, let's see if I can compress it. It's 53 and a bit, is it? 53.5. So yeah, it's like 10 mil more when it's compressed. So that's probably why I couldn't get it in. So I've extended the top arms 15 mil, just to give me a bit more wiggle room. Because obviously once they get seated, the cups, yeah, these cups, these ones here are like just flat and they just bolt straight on. But these ones you have to actually like tuck them in, and then in they go, and they'll seat in. So yeah, 15 mil should be enough. Because now, like, I got bastard. Now if I, oh no, that's not gonna work. Yeah, you can see that. Same with this side. So I've got plenty of slop there. So yeah, put it back on and we can go try test it. I need to map it because I've got a different turbo as well. So yeah, let's see how we get on. All right, so there you go. That's the M3 shafts in. Plenty of play, wheels back on. spaced out like another 15 mil. You can kind of see I've got 40 mil spacers on now, as you know, like, so I could easily go down to like, is that 25 maybe or something. So, but this one actually, this is the 720. Could come down maybe 10 mil, so that's good. I'll probably get other spacers because I don't like 40 mil. It's a bit wild like, but aye, that's it. I need to get this powder coated and fixed up this subframe. And also I'm gonna captive nut the top arm one at the back, that nut, because it's always a pain to get to. So I'm gonna captive that on there. But yeah, she's back together, and that's 410 large case diff with M3 shafts and large case trailing arms. That's just from a 330 diesel, or M3 is also large case trailing arms, but 330 petrols are large case arms as well, but they're medium case diffs, but they've just got shafts that are medium case inner and large case outers, so you don't want that. So yeah, this is pretty good setup. This is I think this is maybe just a step down from M3 back end, but an M3, what's that, like a 3.6 or a 3.9 diff? That's a 410, and I can change out to that whatever I want now. So yeah, it's pretty good cheap upgrade.